In this video, we're going to be talking about the angle addition postulate. Angle addition postulate. So let's suppose we have a great big old angle here. And let's call this RST, so it's angle RST. And we come through and we cut it in two parts. Let's call this line P right here. Okay. The angle addition postulate says that if I add this little guy here plus this little guy here, it's going to equal the great big angle by itself. So it says that RSP angle plus angle PST is going to equal angle RST. Now it doesn't say it's cutting it in half. It's cutting it in two parts, but we don't know, if they're the same or not. All it's saying is if I take an angle and I cut it in two parts, then when I add this together with this, it's going to equal the original big angle. All right, so let's do this in a real world problem. By the way, this is on page 41 in your textbook. It's section 1.5 if you're looking at that. All right, so here's my angle. Great big old obtuse angle, okay? And we're going to call this L, K, and N. And we're going to come through and we're going to cut this. And I don't know if I'm drawing this right, okay, guys? Because it almost looks like it's half and half, which I don't think it's supposed to be. This is M. All right, here's what we know. We know that this part of the angle is 2 times something plus 10. I don't know what degrees, though. And this is 4 times something, take away 3. Here's what I do know, however. I know that this whole angle equals 145 degrees. 145, okay? That's what I know. Now, I have a feeling that I've got some kids in this that are watching this video that can finish this off by themselves, but let's just do it anyway. All right, then I know that this plus this equals the whole thing. What is the whole thing? The whole thing is 145. So I know that 2x plus 10 plus 4x minus 3 is 145. I know that much. Okay? Now, before I solve this equation, I'm going to, combine the things I can combine. So 2x plus 4x is 6x. And then I have a 10, and I take away 3. That's 7. Is it positive 7 or negative 7? Positive. Positive 7 is 145. All right, now continue on. To solve this equation algebraically, I have to get rid of the 7 first, minus 7 on both parts. That goes away. So I have 6x is the same as 145, take away 7. Calculator time, that's going to equal 138. To finish it off, I divide by 6. And x is going to equal 6 goes into 13 2 times with a remainder of 1. 6 goes into 18 3 times. All right, well, I know some stuff. I know that x equals 23. But the problem is saying, how big is this guy and how big is this guy? How big is angle LKM? And how big is angle MKN? How big are those two angles, okay? All right, well, I know that 2x plus 10, 2x plus 10, but how big is that? Well, I have to take the 23 and substitute it back. It's not 2x anymore now. It's 2 times 23. 2 times 23 plus 10. 46 plus 10 is 56. So I know that this guy is 56 degrees. Then 4x minus 3. So 4x minus 3, but instead of saying x, I'm going to say 23 minus 3. And 4 times 23 is what? 4 times 3 is 12. Carry the 1, 8, 9. 92, take away 3 is 89. So the other guy is 89 degrees. 89 degrees. Now, how do we prove that we're right? Does anybody know? How do you prove this is right? Well, the whole thing is 145, right? And now we just got done saying the one angle is 56, the other guy is 89. So let's try. 56, 89. Let's add them together and see what we get. 9 times 15, carry the 1. 9 plus 5 is 14. Ding, ding. Okay, remember, angle addition. This is not necessarily cutting this thing in half, although see how my picture's bad? It looks like it was right in half. It's not in half. But it means that if you have any angle at all, I could have an angle that looks like this, and I could cut it in half like this. Not in half, but cut it in 2 parts like this. So I have a tiny baby piece and a big old giant mama. It just means that this plus this is going to equal the whole thing. Angle addition postulate.